The VR possibilities. I love it.
Okay, I'm better. Let's walk, let's see. Objectives. Let's go over the objectives. There can be an okay, so over here, right over here. Look. There can be an objective, like right here.
Yep.
The problem with this objective is you can cap from on the other side of that wall. You can cap from on the other side of that wall. So depending on where your defense is, normally there's going to be someone on the roof. There's going to be like someone over there, shoot from behind the barriers. There'll be, I'd have someone on this wall as the last line of defense, and then I'd push two people out somewhere. Depending on the team, if they like to play close or far, they might flank, whatever. But, you know, if you take out your guy in the center house, center burning right here, and you take out the guy that's possibly over there or over there, you can come up, run up to this wall, and no one's gonna shoot you, and you can cap. So, on both sides, it's about awareness. If you're on the roof and your guy in the center burning goes down, you need to get your ass off of the roof and get down here so that you can shoot the guy that's going to come on the other side of this wall. Or lob a really good grenade. That's also an option. The other objective that's over here is, let's go this way.
Do you move with left hand or right hand?
What?
Do you move with left joystick or right joystick?
Left. There's an objective right here, I think. Somewhere in here. I'm pretty sure it's like, actually,
Yep.
it's like
Yeah,
right here. Yeah. With this one, you can cap from on this side of the wall. You can cap from back here somewhere, like here, I think. I forget exactly where the objective is. But basically, there's a lot of spaces to hide, and normally they'll have some dude posted up here, but he can't see over the wall. And if you lay down and sneak in, you can cap easily. Let's see. The next one is over here by the gas station. Across the wall. Like right here. So for this one, the defense will normally have someone in there, in the garage. They'll have, or in the gas station, my bad. They'll have someone in the garage, probably. But the guy in the garage needs to know that you can cap from right here. Yep. I would, if I was defending this, I'd probably have someone behind the those crates right there, watching towards the south side, and I'd probably have someone in one of these burning buildings as well, and I would let the fifth dude rotate wherever he felt like he needed to be.
So what is the name of the burning buildings? It's like center, and the other one is...
Oh man, this map doesn't have callouts on it. Okay, so here, let's go back to the tent real quick because that's easier. I'm a murderer! Okay, so on the map, first off, something I didn't know until I came to the boot camp was north is always up on the map. Yep. I would always spawn in and then try and figure out which way was north, but this is always north.
Yep.
So, so main callouts, I'll just go through on here, then we can go through on the thing. So we've got the roof here.
Yep.
We have, this is the cockpit right there. The fuselage is back there. Don't get them confused. I do all the time. This is the tank, or not the tank, the roof courtyard and the north wing. because there's also a south wing down here. There, ow, fuck my knee. This is the gas station.
Wait, isn't it a bit more to the west?
No, it's that one.
It's okay.
Because the garage that we were just at is right here.
Oh yeah. So, yeah. Confused, yeah.
We got the ambulance here. The dunes are here. This is... So the wireframes, I think they all have callouts, but we don't really use them as much. Like for this one, I would just say Southeast wireframe, because that's the only one, or Southeast 2-story, because it's got 2 stories in it. Or 2 accessible stories in it. This building right here is the glass building.
Oh, okay.
This is Tank Courtyard. You have the north and south roads, obviously, which go the whole length of the map. You've got the motel, hotel right here. Cement trucks are here. I don't know. This is the turbine or engine. So for the all the burning ones, I think I'm gonna mark this in red. This is center burning. I don't know. I don't remember what we call these. I can look it up real quick.
West burning, I guess.
Yeah, I mean they're both burning. One, yeah. Do we have an actual call out for those? Maps and tactics. So they call them on the map in the Discord. They call them Volk twins. Or yeah. They call. Sorry, let me erase that. They call that one and that one the Volk twins, and this the Volk Courtyard.
Mm-hmm.
What are the other ones? And you've got your north wall. That's this thing. People sneak up on that. You've got your white truck here, or semi. And then just the northwest wireframe is this one, which people can get up in and shoot. And I think that covers all of them. Oh, blue car. Blue car is very important. Blue car is down here. It lets people know if someone's crossing to the south. If you call out anything a blue car.
Mm-hmm.
And then, let's see, this is in green. The spawns that you could get a spawn here. You could get a spawn up here if it's one of the objectives on the south side. You can spawn. I have all these pulled up. Actually, that's wrong. It's more this way. It's you can spawn here, or you can spawn here, or here as offense. Oh nope.
So
I'm wrong. You can spawn over here too. You can spawn back here, and you can spawn down here. Those are all the spawns.
So how do you call these roads? Like, if I say they are crossing from north to south, is one like northern and the other one is southern,
Yes.
or is it one, two?
Yes, this is north always, and this is south always.
Okay.
So, and that applies across the entire map. So if you were saying they're crossing South Road at ambulance, that means that they are right here. If you say they're crossing South Road back at like the east side, they're going to be somewhere behind this area. Wow, that map is super confusing.
What is,
now that I'm looking at it.
What is this building?
Which building?
You can go, right?
Yes, that is the, I think it's just the east 2-story. Yeah, that's what they have it marked as. All right, let's spawn back in and we'll finish up the rest of the objectives real quick. All right. Next objective. Ambulance. This way. It's like
ambulance medic right here.
It's like right here. And with this one, I believe you can cap from over on the corner here, but I'm not sure. I'd have to actually see the objective. What we like to do for this one, so you would have a guy up on your south plane wing, because he can cover a lot. You'd have a guy in here just waiting. Normally, I think we have a second guy down back behind this rock, covering towards the west, or the east. So looking past the blue car and seeing if anyone comes. Because the problem with being up on that plane wing is that on these dunes back here, you can move from the Marstock crater and go all the way around behind this building and these dunes, and you can pop up like right there before anyone will see you. So, and if you're on the plane wing, you're totally open on that side. So we'll go through that in a second with all the secret areas and fun things to do. Okay, another objective right over here. Tank courtyard objective. For this one, normally we have a guy hiding in here just waiting. The only problem with that is if they're good at grenades, they can lob one in here and murder you. They can bounce it off the wall. They can get it just over the wall and airburst you. No problem. So we always like to have a second guy at the back of the glass building just waiting to rush up in here. You could also put another guy over on that corner, so you have one here and one there, and have a pretty good amount of coverage crossing. I don't know where my two other guys would go. I don't remember what they do. I think they flanked, and we just held this as long as we could. But you can cap it from in here, which gives you cover from the roof. It gives you cover from basically everywhere. If you're the guy back there, I think they can cap it from like right here, and you wouldn't be able to see them, so you actually have to come up and check it. The other spot that I would have a guy is in the turbine right there, in the engine, because you're covered from everything on that side, but if they flanked around, you'd be the one to see them. So you just hide inside that little engine. And last objective, I think. Oh, I forgot one. It's somewhere in here. I think it's like right here. And for this one, what we like to do, you you will always expect someone in the hotel. There's probably someone on the objective in the stairwell. There's probably someone in the southeast 2-story. Or back under the overpass. There's a little sniper cove back under the overpass that you can hide in. And then you're going to have people just pushing up as far as they think they can get and holding as well. But it's basically going to be deny you access to this side of the building is their goal. And if normally what happens is the team will push from the south side, cross the Humvee with smoke. They'll get all the way up into this building, and it'll be a firefight with the dude that's standing here. And the guy in the hotel will either have to come down, because if he stays up there, they can cap it while they can't be shot. Or he has to pick them off while they're fighting with the dude in the stairwell here. It's a great defense position because you can cover the north side through the window and you can cover this side from the window. But if you're the last man, it's a shitty position. And then we forgot an objective over by the north side, but since we're over here, I'm going to talk about some other things. Okay, so if you spawn in the Marsoc crater, you got a lot of options. You can push up through the north side, which is a little bit more of a risky approach. But you can run all the way up to that RV and hang a right and normally be relatively safe. You can also go around the far side of that building and be really safe. The only problem with that side is that there is no cover. So while no one can see you going over there, once they go back behind the roof and push towards you, you're fishing in the barrel. So it's really how good of a shot do you think you are and how good of a shot do you think they are. The other option is you can go way back here and cross. Now, I do not recommend crossing either of these streets anywhere in the map without using smoke. Because I'll be standing right here and someone will shoot me. And they'll get you while you're crossing. I mean, these guys are good. So if you're playing as any kind of professionals, they'll see you before you can see them, hands down. So you want to get your smoke out. You want to let it sit until it expands, and then you want to cross. The fun thing is, with a couple of teams, they're just going to shoot at the smoke regardless. So even if you're crossing with smoke, they're going to pre-fire the shit out of it. Alright, so then you come over here. You survive that. You make it across this way. So up back here is the sniper perch that I was talking about. You can have a guy, instead of being in that building, you could have him back here and he can see all this. But the benefit to this is if he's back in here, he can hear if you're talking on the other side of the overpass. Yeah, the audio is a little wonky, but also they can hear you. So if you're, back here and you're talking to your teammate and you're like, there's someone, blah, 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 I'm going to know coming around this corner that we're going to run into each other. They can also hide right here, which is where I think a couple of them like to hide because they've got all this berm cover. So they just pop down, pop up. Or right here. And then, so this is the south side dunes approach. So you can see all up in here. No one can see you. You get back here. No one can see you. Alright, I'll wait for you guys. So what you would want to do is you want to push as far this way as possible, and you'll hit the wall right here. But, I mean, depending on how low you can get, you can crouch all the way to here before you can see that plane wing. And at this point, they have nowhere to hide. So this is a good approach. Normally, you could send 2 people here. You could spread it out. So you could have one guy come all the way down here, and you could have your other guy over by the building peeking up. So even if they see one of you, the other one's probably going to get the refrag. And then you just rush into the cap. Simple as that. Couple of other good spots. I love being up here. This is probably one of my favorites. So from here, you can cover the entire roof. Well, most of it, depending on where you're at. You can cover the tank courtyard. You can cover anyone coming from the southeast 2-story, the dunes, if you're good. You can cover that little corner right there. People like to stack up to throw grenades into this objective. And you can cover anyone flanking you from the gazebo. But you are super exposed. So it really depends on how good you are. And then the other spot, when we're holding the south objective, normally I'll have a guy up there, and I will be over here, and I'll just wait. Because you'll probably hear them. I can hear people talking on the other side of this building. So if they're like fucking with their grenades and stuff over there by the gazebo, I can hear all that. So I just kind of wait here, wait here, wait here, come out, mow them down, just take them out. Just wait until you hear them start shooting at someone else, and just pop up in their back and take them out. Easy peasy. This spot right here is good because you can cover this way. If you're attacking, you can attack from here. This is where we like to go. We get up here and we lob those up there. But you can also, if you're on defense and you're defending like the garage objective, you can sit here and shoot between here. It makes you a lot harder to hit. Or you can even hide and wait because you'll hear them if they run. Because no one's going to walk across this section right here. So as soon as you hear them start running, you just pop up and shut it down quick. Other good spots. Let's go this way. When you spawn down here, one thing I like to do is to, so anywhere you spawn, if you're by a road, you want to make sure that you deny the cross. So if you're down here, you want one guy. I like this position right here because you can hide right up in here and shoot between it. But you want to deny, or at least try to deny, any cross. And you want to let your teammates know as soon as you see someone, 2 crossing South Road. Because then they'll know where the attack is going to come from and where to rotate to. On most of the middle objectives when you spawn, you can send someone to both roads easily, and then you can tell which way they're coming from. And if nobody sees them, then they're either coming from the north or the south, but they're not coming down the middle. Okay, back here we have a cool spot that I didn't know about until we ran the first boot camp on quarantine. Is it this way? Can you go this way? Yeah. Super sneaky flanking position. Didn't know you could come back here. But as long as you're quick and you're concealed, or you're, the enemy team's under fire, moving between these isn't going to get you seen. and you're gonna get a pretty good shot. Yeah, so you can't go back anywhere, I don't think. I don't think you can go back this way either. Nope, can't go back this way either. And this building back here is broken. If you stand in it, it makes everything unspawn. And you can't go that way either, right?
No.
So, yeah.
You can kind of see down the side, but...
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that. Let's see how... Yeah. You could be waiting here for a west side approach, or east side approach. West side. We're on the west side. Maps are hard. Normally, if you're coming this way on offense, there's probably going to be a guy in that second story or in the stairwell in that building who's pretty hard to kill from this direction because he's just got the drop on you. But just be aware that he's probably going to be there. Throw some smokes out and move across. The biggest challenge is crossing here if they've ran a guy up to the roof or if they ran a guy just over to these dunes, because this is wide open. And I don't know if you guys saw our match, but we had a team member run all the way up here, crouch down, and wait for the guy to literally walk past him. He shot one in the back and then shot another one and then died.
That's horrible. Remember.
It was beautiful. Okay. So there's an objective back there that we haven't got to because I haven't got to this area yet. But a good hidey hole that you can almost guarantee someone's going to be in is right here. You're super dark. And it's just hard to hit. So. Right?
Yeah.
You're also going to be black, not tan, so.
I mean, even with the fan, it's hard to see it from down there.
Yeah. So you can almost guarantee that someone's going to be there or somewhere in this building, but most likely there. Because this is a very important approach. Once they get past this guy, there's not really any good cover to cover the objective. So okay, and the last objective is like right here, in front of the semi. It's like right here. Beep, beep. So, and I hate this objective. This is my absolute least favorite objective. Normally, you would have a guy hiding back behind the wall, making sure that no one's here. You would have a guy covering that back north wall approach right there. You'd have a guy up on the roof. I would probably have a guy get over to that one the hidey hole that we were just at, and your fifth guy would either be I don't really know. It depends on the strength of your fifth guy. He could go flank. He could like run up past the roof and go flank. He could hang out behind the semi here. He could hang out behind the tank. Just a lot of options once you get your 4 spots covered. We all know that the roof is awesome, and you can see everything from the roof, so we don't need to go up there. Back here, okay, so there are a lot of approaches to this one, or to any of them, basically, if you're in the Marsoc spawn crater. This is one of them, but as soon as you come around this rock, there's probably going to be someone back there waiting for you. Most likely. I don't like to come this way. I do like to come in the center here But it's just as open. I don't know why I like this. I just prefer it. I think that's it. Let me look at my little thing real quick.
Why can you hear traffic on this map? There's no open road.
Some things to remember. Oh, there are also important to remember. There are a couple of banned spots on this map in League play. If you're not playing in League, it doesn't really matter, but it's just good to know. Both on the cockpit and the fuselage, you cannot get up inside of them. Both your feet must be on the ground if you're in front of the fuselage of the cockpit. So you can't even back up into them because it'll raise you up. And it makes you dark, I believe. I think it has a bad shader. So it's just something to remember. So yeah, I think that's everything. Any questions? Questions about gameplay mechanics, guns, anything like that? Let's go hang out in the pit so it's like all the background noise goes away. Oh, one other spot that I've seen used is you can hide behind this hill. And I don't know. I don't personally see the usefulness of it, but I've seen it get kills. But you can be back here from spawn, and then you kind of just wait while your team runs up there, and anyone that comes out to, stop them, you just... I've only seen it used like once or twice, and I think it was beginners, but... yeah. So any questions? So
Nope.
You don't have room scale.
Yeah. Not fully. I can turn around like 180. If somebody's behind, I need to,
Snap
change
turn.
my...
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can get to like.
I'm not using the snap turn, like I changed to this one.
Oh, okay.
Makes me a bit motion sick, but I have like the smooth turn.
Oh God.
That would make me.
Yeah.
Is the snap turn better?
Snap turn is better. I don't use any. I've got room scale, but snap turn is better.
Yeah.
I would not use smooth turn.
Yeah, I use the snap because I can't turn all the way around.
And I would set it, if you can turn like 180, I would set it to a lower number, like a 15 degrees maybe. So you can go all the way to here, and then you just go snap, 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 snap.
I had it at the
Mine's
snap
on, like,
first.
45.
And then, for
That's a
example,
lot.
if you are,
It's
yeah,
great.
if you are like recording or streaming or whatever, it looks really bad when you are like snap turning,
I
That's
mean,
why
yeah, it does, but yeah.
Yeah, okay. I'll change it back to snap, I guess. So do you practice like throwing grenades, for example? Do you have any tips for that? Because I don't think I'm weak, but there's something with the technique. I don't know how...
Are you on
because I
Oculus?
can't
Throw
throw it.
underhand.
Are you on Oculus
Yeah,
or
I'm on
Vive?
Oculus.
Okay, so here's the difference. On Vive, my controllers have a motion sensor in them, so I can just throw it like I normally would. On Oculus, it's frame rate limited. So it calculates the distance between frames that your hand has moved to calculate the velocity of your grenade. Also takes into account your running speed. So what I've heard people say is if you're throwing on Oculus, the best way to do it is to do one of these little chest throws and be running. So like if you run forward and go, boop, it should fly.
Yeah,
Okay.
overhand and Oculus isn't great.
Yeah.
Can I try it with your grenade? With the smoke, please? Okay, thank you. I'll just try.
See?
Not bad, not bad.
I mean, it takes a lot of practice.
Yeah.
You can go to the shooting range and spawn as many frag grenades as you want. So that's where I go and just practice lobbing them.
How do you spawn them? You can like unlimitedly open the ammo box, or?
Yeah, if you open and then close. See, if you've got a computer that struggles, you'll have a harder time throwing smokes if you pop them first. Woo! I'm falling. Okay. Yeah, in shooting range, you open the ammo box, grab a grenade, and you close it. When you open it again, it'll have more.
Okay.
It'll respawn it. Questions about weapons? Anything? Anybody? Night vision, AP rounds,
like-
body armor.
Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted to answer. Definitely, like I don't. How many shots does it really like help you? The body armor, is it worth it? I don't think anybody uses AP or body armor.
Are you wearing body armor?
No.
Are you wearing body armor?
Oh,
Okay.
I got night vision.
I can spawn with
Well,
one.
I can shoot you. I think
Hold
it's
on,
3
I'll be right
times.
back.
I think I can shoot
one
you
way
3
to do
times
it.
in the foot before you die. There's a really good breakdown somewhere on the Discord that someone drew up.
Yeah, like Nurse, he wrote me something with. He wrote me the exact like that's. Oh,
You got body
when
armor
add
on?
those
Body
to
armor.
layer,
All right,
yeah,
so
when the bullet.
the difference is if I shoot him in the chest, you should hear it.
Did you hit him?
Let me try again. Turn back this way.
Okay, like a plate or.
You hear it?
I don't know.
I don't hear it.
I don't hear it. It's like going
No.
through me. I'm not even getting suppressed.
Maybe you are hitting his fucking pistol.
Okay,
and
yeah,
it's not
yeah.
stopping it?
Yeah, I'll shoot it at the front side. That's 3 shots. Hold on. Hold still.
What? Did you get hit? I don't think you hit him.
I'm not getting.
Oh yeah, that was the first hit.
5 shots. 5 shots to the chest before my pistol did any damage. Now the pistol does a little. I mean, it does a minimum amount of damage. If I shot him with this 5 times, or with like an AK-12, it would only take like 3 shots, I think, to go through the armor.
So the armor gets destroyed, kinda.
Yes, it gives a plus 20 or plus 30. I forget which one. So you've got 30 hit points overall, and then you put body armor on. It adds, but it only adds it to your chest area. So if I shoot you in the arm,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter. If I shoot you in the leg, it doesn't matter. If I shoot you in the head, it definitely doesn't matter.
Wait, but that is much cooler than I thought it is, actually.
I use it when I'm shooting. If I am a long range support class, I will probably take it because
Yeah.
it affords me the ability to peek more and not get murdered. But I didn't hear it, so I'm gonna have to send that clip in because there's supposed to be a tink sound or some audible noise. So I'm gonna tag Mr. Death and complain. But yeah, I don't take it personally, but also people don't take AP rounds because it costs too much and it
Yeah.
limits your ammo.
Yeah.
So if you
I
have
punched
the,
the cat.
if you've got the points to spend on body armor, then do it because it'll save you. It might save you. It might not.
I take like 2 syringes. What do you think about it? I think I use the second one like once per every 10 lives, but I think it's still worth it. I just have the 1 point and I don't know what to do with it, so I take 2 syringes.
I take 2 in my support class because
Yeah.
I can't take. I mean, I could take grenades and stuff. Wait, no, this class is wrong. I should have more
I
grenades.
still have grenades.
You threw him.
I take it if I take the syringe if I've only got 1 point left. I mean, that's really what it boils down to,
Yeah, yeah,
which happens a lot. So in a competitive setting, you will use. Well, I guess it depends, but I feel like you'll get a lot more reses in competitive than you would in a pub lobby because you'll either someone will shoot your guy and down him, and then you'll immediately kill him, or they'll down him and they'll confirm it, and then I mean, but getting reses makes sense in a competitive lobby more than, I mean, like, you want
Yeah,
your team
I-
to have
I
more
understand.
people, so you know it.
Yeah, you have more trades and
Yeah, you go for the res. It's important.
Okay, so what do you think about silencers?
Well, I obviously don't use one, but I think I use them in everything else. I like them.
Oh,
It does. I mean, it makes it harder to tell where you're getting shot from. If I'm shooting at someone
but then
over
you
at
are-
the.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Then you are. I think that you are missing something. Then like you have 2 smokes instead of frag. No.
If you take
you
a
have
suppressor on, my shirt's caught. If you take a suppressor on specialist, it costs 1 point, 2 points.
Oh.
It costs
Yeah, I
less
think 2
on
points.
it costs less on
Okay.
specialist than it does on rifleman. That's all I remember.
Okay.
It's like 3 points, I think, on
Yeah.
Rifleman.
So, but if you have to choose between a foregrip and a suppressor, you want a foregrip any day of the week. Honestly, giving away your position by firing is not as bad as long as you're going to get the guy. But the foregrip helps the accuracy so much. And don't worry about your pistol. Don't ever change it. Just use the shitty one. You're never going to need it.
Yeah.
I mean, you'll probably need it. I've used it, but it's not worth using a whole point to get the 1911 or the 5.7.
Oh.
I've done that before. Someone stole my knife and I tried to grab it back from him and it killed me because yours is set to always kill.
Yep.
Yeah. Mine's set to stabby when I pull the trigger.
Yeah, mine's set to trigger.
I don't.
You should put those. You should put those away. Yeah. Anything else? Anybody?
No, not really. I guess.
So some of the things that my team has been going on about. Would you prefer to? Okay, say you see someone crossing over there at cement trucks. What do? Do you shoot at them first and call them out later, or do you call them out first and not get the shot possibly?
Call first.
Yeah, that's a really good question. I would shoot first because he might hide in the time. But on the other hand, yeah, I would shoot
Unless
first.
you're 100% sure you're going to kill him, call it.
It's up to your team. I shoot first. My team calls out first.
Yeah. Yeah, like I can see the scenario where you shoot him and you don't get him and he kills you and you're dead and then you can't say anything.
So in response to that though, my thing is anytime you hear gunshots and you don't see the actual person doing the shooting, make sure your team's still up. And as soon as you do that, radio in and let them know we've still got 4 up or we lost 1. So because, communication is key. So I played with a couple of guys, and every 30 seconds they would just hop on the radio and be like, "We've still got 4 up.
Yeah.
We've still got 4 up." And it's super helpful to know because I don't have to worry about looking at my tablet. I don't have to worry about whether my flank is covered.
Yeah.
When you're counting down enemies, also you got to keep track of how many you've killed, and you need to confirm the kills. I mean, you don't have to confirm the kill, but yeah. Go ahead.
Why I asked before, if you go with left or right, I also go with left. The thing is, let's say
It doesn't
where's your
adjust.
radio?
Here.
Left. When you run and you want to say something on radio, do you do it with the right hand or left hand?
I do it with my
I
right
use
hand.
right hand.
Yeah, I'm not a fan.
Then you can shoot. Yeah.
Yep. Well, I mean, if
okay.
I was running and shooting one-handed anyways.
Yeah.
You're going to shoot yourself in the head. I'm going to run away.
Yeah. So, I mean,
Okay.
I'm not a fan of the hand-oriented. I'd much rather have head-oriented or body-oriented or any kind of other oriented, but I get it. And I'm used to
At
it.
least you can run and look left or behind.
Even running and reloading is kind of a pain in the ass when you you reach down and then you do one of these
You start
juke
going
steps.
backwards.
Yeah. So it just takes a lot of getting used to. I mean, you can do it. You can reload and run and forward the entire time. You just have to get used to your hand position. You have to keep it level the whole time, like that, so that your thumb is always pointing forward. It's just kind of a pain, but once you get used to it, you get used to it.
My arm ran away.
And I check my tablet with my right hand as well. Because every time I try and do it with my left hand, I end up grabbing a knife.
Yeah, that's how you move the radio away. But
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting I can do that.
I didn't add the over-the-shoulder thing when I first started playing,
Uh-huh.
and then I didn't play the game for 2 years, so that's just the way I've always done it.
Yeah, you just reach through your gut. I just go over my right shoulder because there's nothing there. Like if I reach,
I was hoping if I
if
looked
I'm
in my center,
if
I
I'm
could read
crouched. Oh, you can see it. Oh, but you can't read
it.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
yeah.
just doesn't read.
But yeah, if I reach to my like right hip, sometimes I'll grab a tablet and sometimes I'll grab my gun, depending on how much I turn my head, kind of thing. So I always just go over my shoulder. Nothing there to grab. Anything else?
Not really.
You wanna go play?
Yeah, sure.
Go.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna pause or stop recording this.
I'm gonna change my turning